far. The Blue Hose 8-10 overall, 1-2 in Big South play, so it could really swing the pendulum one way or the other. Solomon, Stewart, and we are underway as the Blue Hose win the opening tip.
Yeah, every possession is important. You know, it gets so acute going down the stretch, but these early runs are very important as well, Brett.
Iverson King, top of the key, his first start at the collegiate level. Gets downhill and is going to go quickly to the charity stripe, KB.
Yeah, you got to like the initiative from the youngster, Iverson King. We talk about his upside all the time, and as you see him week to week, he just gets better and better. Very good athlete, all-around game. We talk about how comfortable, even though it didn't look so much there, because he got hit a little bit, but very comfortable around the basket. But as you watch Iverson King, very comfortable on the perimeter as well. Good all-around player.
Makes his first free throw. You mentioned his perimeter game. Shoots 50% from outside.
That's pretty comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. He had 10 points in double figures against Gardner Webb 2 times ago.
That just tells you he's taking good shots, and you can credit number 4 in black right there with a good bit of that. Mincy does a great job of setting up his teammates for good open looks, no question.
Josh Banks, one of the many fifth-year seniors on this squad, hands it off to Jordan Marsh. As we mentioned, the sophomore transferred in from App State. He's the defending Big South Player of the Week.
Yeah, he'll have his hands full today because Presbyterian guards you very well on the perimeter as well. There's a mismatch.
Marsh, the southpaw. Offensive board by Solomon. Real shooters don't miss twice. And that's a real one right there from Jordan Marsh.
If at first.
Let's take a look at our starting 5 here for the Blue Hose. We mentioned Iverson King getting his first career collegiate start today. He's joined by Kobe Stewart, Corey Mincy, Jamahri Harvey, and the big man down low in Caleb Scott. Going the other way, a carry call there on Kobe Stewart. So UNC Asheville, high-flying bunch.
Yeah,
seen a bunch of dunks in the pregame.
Yeah, that's both these teams have athletes. There's no question. Just goes to show you on that turnover there, Marsh puts a little something in your head, the way he guards you and his quickness.
Marsh easily able to get down. He's got the first 5 out there, joined by Josh Banks, the big man, Toyaz Solomon, 3-point specialist Fletcher Abey, and Greg Gant Jr.
Can't allow too much of that today to be a long day for the home team. Marsh with a nice drive to the bucket. See his blazing speed time after time.
Harvey, 10 to shoot. Corey Mincy from way downtown. Ball bouncing around Fletcher. Abey ends up with it.
And a good job by Solomon.
Wide open. Wow. Solomon slams it home.
Yeah, too many defensive breakdowns early for Presbyterian. They have to clean that up. Solomon was the one that kept Presbyterian from getting another possession during that last time down the trip when PC was on their offensive end.
Harvey gets it outside Corey Mincy. Corey always looking to facilitate early.
Got a mismatch down below. They got to get the right angle to get the ball to him.
Yeah, Marsh trying to guard Caleb Scott. 3 to shoot.
Hedging over is Solomon. Good job.
Mincy step back 3 at the buzzer. Got it. Corey Mincy, last time out against Upstate, in single digits for the first time in a long time. That's a good start for the point guard here for the Blue Hose.
Yeah, Mincy did not have a good game scoring the ball against Upstate. Played a stellar D as usual. Whoa, that might be an offensive foul. Maybe not. Said Mincy was a little too close to him. Marsh just kind of threw him off of him. Let's watch this. Late in the shot clock, the ability to step back. Not a bad contest by Abey, but just a better shot by Corey Mincy, a lethal score here for Presbyterian.
Banks was trying to find something off the screen. Landed it odd there on his left ankle. Back to him outside. 4 to shoot. Fletcher Abey, he loves to let him fly from downtown. Does over Kobe Stewart. Oh, yeah. Fletcher Abey with a hand in the face.
Probably the least clean look he's going to have all game. Great make by Abey. Knockdown shooter over a tough contest late in the shot clock there.
Fletcher Abey, he leads the Big South in three-point percentage. Also has the most three-pointers made in a game in the Big South this season. shooting 9 of them against Central Arkansas in that ball game. Threes are flying here early. Not a whole lot of interior game, which really isn't the name of the game for Asheville. That's how they get up and down as much as they do. 85 points per game as a team this season. Harvey has another tray ball.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a better-looking shot than Jamahri Harvey. Very good shooter, no question. Beautiful form on that. He'll knock down a lot of those if he gets that clean a look.
AB.
Good recovery by Harvey. Bad shot selection by AB. Should have given that one up.
Mincy calling for it at half court. Quickly getting it into the front court here for the Blue Hose.
Good job in transition by Asheville.
Trying to match the tempo has been the Blue Hose here early against these Bulldogs. Mincy stops, pops, too much.
Good D by the little guy. Pretty good contest. Held his ground well. Made it tough on Mincy.
AB. Don't see him put the ball on the floor a whole lot. Looking for somebody to come get it. Gives it to his big man, Solomon. AB wide open. And one. It's a 4-point opportunity for Fletcher AB.
We talk all the time when we talk about Presbyterian, how good they are defensively. We'll address it on the other side.
Let's get the umbrellas out, KB, because it is orbiting the crowd. A lot of the PC students, administration, and just supporters here wearing their black today in support of the Blue Hose. Fletcher AB trying to complete a 4-point play out of that timeout. He does so. AB with a quick 7-point
yeah. When we went to the break, I said that Presbyterian, we talked about how good they normally are defensively. Really, really a D at best right now defensively, not getting it done. And then they get a turnover on a 10-second count, does Asheville.
Q Pettaway just subbed into the ball game, as well as Carl Parrish and Jalen Peterson. Pettaway trying to get that one up and just not able to get it up in time for the Blue Hose.
Pettaway, a guy who's got a lot of ability and a lot of upside, had some pretty debilitating injuries throughout his time here at Presbyterian. Now he's healthy. He's a really good backup lead guard for the Blue Hose.
Again, about as good as a backup point guard as you're going to find in this conference. As the Bulldogs, led by their point guard in Marsh. Solomon, good matchup here against Jalen Peterson.
Excellent defense and not a bad look by Marsh, but couldn't get the rebound.
Pettaway quickly into the front court
Solomon,
this time.
I'm sorry.
Toyaz Solomon, very impressive. Another one of the seniors here. Just such a veteran-led group here for the Bulldogs. Parrish. Tip, and will stay down here with the Blue Hose.
Asheville dodged a bullet there. They gave a wide open look from 3 to Carl Parrish, a very normally real reliable shooter. Couldn't get that one to go down.
Carl started in every conference game, every game dating back to early December, but Iverson King got the nod today. Q Pettaway gets it to go. This Blue Hose team, their MO is shooting from outside, and that's how they're standing in this ball game right now.
Leading the conference in three-point percentage, I believe.
That's correct, KB. Top 50 in the country right now, 37% from outside. Trying to trap AB, moving it around. Greg Gant Jr. on the block.
Good rotation by the Blue Hose that time. They got better, but it's still, you get the knockdown 3 from Jordan. Oh, I'm sorry, beg your pardon, Josh Banks.
Josh Banks. He's second in the conference in three-point percentage behind his teammate there in Fletcher, AB. Averages 3 3-pointer made a night. Averages that. So could shoot more or less. That's his first one here this afternoon. And a high-scoring first 6 minutes of play here, 17-11, the Bulldogs lead. Another late possession, exactly what Coach Farrell wants, and that's a good look from Kobe Stewart. 3-point competition has broke out here in the Templeton Center.
Yeah, but it's coming, within the flow of the offense. I'm good with them either way. Transition, early offense, in the offensive sets or whatever, as long as they're good shots. Both sides taking pretty good looks.
AB. Got it. Fletcher, AB, the first player in double figures today, as that is his third bucket and now 10 points.
Volume scoring early is Mr. AB. Not doing a very good job on PC. They got to tighten something up. Got to make some kind of adjustment on Mr. AB.
This is exactly the way Asheville wants to play this game. They get up and down, don't mind giving up points because they score 85 of them a ball game, which is top 15 in the entire country. Kobe, another three-pointer. Saved, but into the hands of Toyaz Solomon. Marsh quickly up. A.B. Gann moving around back to Marsh. Runner from 15, no good.
Excellent ball movement by Asheville. Couldn't get it to go down.
Carl Parrish up the floor. Was fouled. Now the second opportunity for PC at the charity stripe today. Normally don't see the Blue Hose try to push it like this in transition, but that's kind of the way the pace is going, KB.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm not saying that's a myth, but I've seen Presbyterian run a good bit. Now, they don't mind slowing it down a little bit, but when you got athletes like that and they can get out and they play so many guards all the time, those guys want to get out and run, and they're very capable.
Coach Farrell, you mentioned he's a guy, he usually kind of likes to slow it down in the front court, but this year has really been a year where, you mentioned it, probably the most talented group of athletes that PC's had now in his 6 seasons, and they've got out and ran a lot more.
Yep. Very capable they are. Davis back in for Asheville as well as Taylor.
First time we've seen Mike Morrell go to his bench today as Parrish knocks down both. Such a hot shooting start from both sides. When's someone going to cool down is the question everybody's wondering in the gym. Banks out of control. 2 shots now on the other end for the Bulldogs at the free throw line.
Petaway playing the very good on-the-ball defense, but very fortunate, I thought, as Parrish comes in to help off the dribble drive penetration by Asheville.
Solomon, stick back.
Second jump was outstanding by Solomon. Quick twitch, muscle fiber, boom, right back up for the tip in traffic, I might add.
So yeah, Solomon, about as athletic as you're going to see a 6'9" player in the Big South. Jalen Peterson, kick out, Kobe corner pocket.
Nice pass by Peterson. Kobe, nice clean look, couldn't get it to go.
Banks again trying to get downhill. Blocking foul called on Carl Parrish.
2 quick ones, Parrish.
Another stoppage in play. We'll take a break with them as the Bulldogs up over the Blue Hose.
Is off of the half-court sets, but they're coming off of picks, usually set, I believe, by the big men. So maybe you switch on that a little more than you had planned to, but you got to get closer to A.B. There's no question.
Solomon, quick turnaround and got it to go right on top of the Big South logo.
Tell you what a specimen, Solomon.
Toyaz Solomon. He's played at a couple different places, most recently Caldwell Community College. It's in his second year here at Asheville, making a huge impact for Coach Morrell's squad. Freshman Tristan Wilson on the floor. Corey Mincy and Jamahri Harvey back out there as they cook up a dime from Mincy to Jamahri.
Yeah, Harvey can really shoot it, boy. He's getting some nice looks. Off the flow of the offense, taking full advantage of it thus far.
How about Jamahri staring down the Asheville sideline, back up the floor.
Yeah, saw a little of that.
First time in the ball game, Connor Dubsky. He's fouled on the three-point shot. As Dubsky, 3 shots now for him at the free throw line.
Dubsky didn't get that one to go down, but I noticed excellent elevation when he rose up from behind the three-point line. Dubsky showing a little bit of rise there on that jump shot.
Connor Dubsky, sophomore, played his freshman campaign at Rhode Island. Is Tristan Wilson going to go have a conversation with our official there? Can't get the first one to go from Dubsky. Another guy on this team, Mike Morrell's squad, who just shoots excellent from outside. 38%. He's also 92% from the free throw line as he converts the second.
He missed his first one, so it's going down today.
To be fair, KB, I don't know how you can maintain a 92% free throw percentage for the entire year. It's impressive that he's made this far having it. He goes 2 of 3.
Well, maybe if he goes, now I don't think he's going to get to the line 16 times, but if he goes 15 for 16, maybe he's right about 92 still. I don't know.
How many free throws you still putting up a day?
Oh, you can bet, man. In my sleep, right after dinner, the whole 9, you know. I haven't shot a free throw in 73 years, I believe.
Back up to a 7-point lead here for the Bulldogs.
Never could shoot him when I played. Why would I shoot him now? You know?
Been a lot of three-point shooting. Put this many points on the board for each side.
Harvey's thinking about it. Nice delay. Good help down there.
King.
One of the big guys.
Some hand checking called on Jordan Marsh, as that'll be his first personal. Quentin Farrell calls Jamahri Harvey over there in this stoppage in play. As let's take a look at his hand check. Great job by Harvey to say that one.
No doubt. Possession is everything, right? Oh, that's not much physicality there. I know Marsh disagreed with the call.
Harvey.
Good job by Dubsky getting over that pick, and a nice find. Couldn't corral it.
Dubsky.
Got away with one, I thought.
One dribble. And another foul on a three-point shot. Corey Mincy and Jamahri Harvey beside himself as Corey gets nabbed for the foul. And now 3 more free throws for Dubsky.
Watch this. What? I thought on the catch before that, maybe Mincy was in his landing area is what the referee saw, I believe.
Coach Farrell pleading his case to the officials.
I thought on the catch and the initial dribble, thought he took an extra one, did Dubsky.
Mitchell getting to the line a lot.
I was going to say, I said I don't think he's going to get close to 16. He may.
He's already going to have 6. He's 3 for his first 4. 4 for his first 5. Caleb Scott, Q Petaway back into the ball game as Peterson and Mincy take a seat here for the Blue Hose.
I think it's a good time to mention that Presbyterian playing without their 6'10 player, Jonah Pierce, who's out for the year.
Yeah, Jonah had been out indefinitely before the Christmas break, and then now this is the first time we've seen him on crutches since we've come back. So Jonah will be out for the rest of the year. Successfully had a procedure done. So good to see Jonah back in the gym nonetheless, even though he obviously will be out for this season. Harvey. Turn around from 7 feet. Good defense from Jordan Marsh.
Absolutely. They respect his ability to get in the air and contest the shot. Harvey probably got 8 inches on him falling back against the 5'10 player.
Tristan Wilson up to Petaway. Up to a 10-point lead here for the Bulldogs. They're largest of the ball game. Desperately needing the bucket here, the Blue Hose. Scott double team.
Got away with one.
Use the bow. Goes up. Big man bucket from Caleb Scott.
I thought Scott might have got away with one there, clearing space out, but no call, and did a good job of finishing it against the contest.
Marsh slowing things down, walks it up for the Bulldogs. Jordan has 5 points thus far. Fletcher, Avey, got Tristan Wilson attached to his hip right now. Can't give him any kind of separation.
Kind of why they brought Tristan Wilson in, I believe. Good box out, team box out there by the Blue Hose.
Harvey, this one tipped. Marsh is going to land over the table here.
Our equipment.
Watch your foot there, Mr. Marsh. As Jordan able to get back up.
I'm not sure Mr. Marsh likes all the AV people. You know what I'm saying? I want him to work a little harder. There he goes.
I tried my best. I'm sorry. I tried my best.
You reached out with a pinky to try to save Mr. Marsh.
You know what, KB? I'm going to be honest here. I was equally concerned with Jordan and with my computer.
Yeah, I was going to say, your laptop. It's about 90% of your life now. Come on.
Good news is we saved the laptop and Marsh was able to stay in the ball game. PC retains possession.
I think you run your 3 oil businesses on that thing, don't you? That's what I heard.
That's what some say. Down to Scott. Oh, yeah!
Can't let him
one-handed jam from Caleb Scott.
Yeah, that's a great matchup between 2 real big physical studs, but you can't let a guy like that catch it that low. Solomon's got to do a better job pushing him off the low block.
Whistle and out of bounds called on Josh Banks. KB, just a few seconds ago, we were talking about PC being down by 10, 4 straight, and now they have possession back after this posterizing jam.
Yeah, he just catches it too close. He's too physical. He knows what to do down there. We talk about his big hands, especially that right hand that he uses to hammer. whether it's laying the ball in the basket or dunking it like he just now did. Just can't let him catch it that low.
Petaway fouled on the three-point shot. KB, this is the first time this season I have seen more than three-point shots result in fouls.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I was just seeing who that was on. That's on Marsh. That's huge. So I think Coach Morrell will bring him out of the game. And look, man, he's the engine that makes them go. There's no question about that. Oh, yeah, he came into his leg. Wasn't a whole bunch of contact, but you can't really have any on a shooter, you know, because that, I don't want to say psychologically affects him, but, you know, you got to be able to shoot the ball and land right in your comfort spot without somebody physically, you know, affecting you at all. And like I said, wasn't much contact as we see AB come back in for Marsh. Wasn't that much contact, but there was some. So would a no call have been okay? Yeah, but I'm okay with that call? Yeah, absolutely.
There's been three-point attempts that have resulted in foul calls for Asheville. That's the first for PCQ. Petaway perfect from the line that time.
Yeah, Petaway impacting this game from the backup lead guard position, playing great defense on the ball as well.
And to finish your point there on those foul calls, all four of those have been landing zone calls today on each of the three-point attempts, something that the officials have really tried to crack down on, not only here in the Big South, but across the country.
And you notice they've gotten closer to AB2 now, really respecting his ability to shoot the ball.
Banks can shoot it from outside, goes inside, midi, no good. Tipped around, Harvey's got a chance to run. Jamahri gets it poked, tries to retain it on the floor, and a nice steal from Cameron Taylor. Whoa. AB and Harvey with a lot of contact.
Yep.
PC sideline, wanted a call, don't get it. Banks slows it down. AB. Only his second miss today, 3 of 5 from outside.
Yeah, Harvey's gotten a little closer to him. He's still got a pretty good look.
Triple team. Q Petaway. You bet. Corner ball, and he stares down the UNC Asheville sideline. It's a 10-0 run right now for the Blue Hose as they've knotted it back up at 29 apiece.
The injuries he's had in his career here at Presbyterian College. And if not for that, and well, let's just say moving forward, he's a heck of a player. There's no question. You can tell this is the most impactful half he's had in his career at PC, I believe, because I've seen a lot of them.
He's got 9 points thus far. In the midst of this 10-0 run, he scored 6 of them, which has helped tie the Blue Hose back up here with the UNC Asheville Bulldogs at 29 apiece.
And Scout, his on-the-ball defense is really stellar, there's no question.
Banks trying to get downhill, stop, pops, and 2 for him at the charity strike. Been a lot of fouls thus far. That'll be number 11 combined in the ball game.
And you would know that Banks would go ahead and do his thing right when I said something about Petaway. He got a little angle on Petaway. Banks is a gifted scorer, there's no question. You see him utilizing the left hand there. Swat says Petaway just a step. Yeah, we can get a chance there, but
first free throw, no good from Josh Banks. He's one of 4 guys on this team who's averaging double figures.
Here we go. See, just it's a little bit, you know, it's all about keeping the guy in front of you, you know. And Petaway does a great job of that. But as soon as I mention that, of course, like I said, Banks does his thing, gets a chance to go to the line, knock down a free throw or 2.
You've been doing this enough, KB. You know the broadcasting jinx is very, very real. Still, nonetheless.
And you did just call me old, too. I mean, by default, right? But it's all good.
You can be doing this for a long time and still be young, KB.
That's right.
Deep in the shot clock yet again. Wilson, trapped down low, has it tapped away. Good steal from Greg Gant Jr. Great defense from both sides inside the painted area. Banks, oh my gosh.
He checked.
Pulled up from the Greg L. Nyberg court logo.
He sure did.
Parrish. Whistle.
Taylor trying to boot Scott out of there a little bit too much body Our referee, Corey Haney, thought. Bring him up. Let's watch it here. Scott's a load down there now.
Hooked around there. Got him for the hook. Scott has it again. Scott denied. Toyaz Solomon. Parrish. Solomon skies for the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds. Some really good defense. However, PC retains possession. Caleb Scott checks out. Jalen Peterson back out there on the floor. Talk about athletic bigs.
Yep.
Toyaz Solomon, yep. Jalen Peterson, Caleb Scott.
Yep, I was going to say Peterson, for that thin frame, really rebounds the ball very well.
Kobe Stewart pump fake, got his defender in the air and was fouled.
Doesn't hurt that Peterson's 6'8" with a 40-plus inch vertical. That never really hurts.
I think that's pretty good.
But the point I was trying to make is that, you know, sometimes slim kids like that don't like to mix it up, and JP certainly does, no question. Very good rebounder. Peterson.
Wilson. Got it to go. Tristan Wilson, another one of those young special freshmen here at BC, adds his first three of the day.
No question. I think Wilson's got a lot of upside in this program, no doubt. Going to be a very good player. And those lefties, man. Those lefties, I'm telling you, they'll get you.
BC retains the lead 32-30. 5:20 to play in the first half. Solomon.
Good rotation by Wilson on that one. Contest was a tad late, but they got a miss.
Q Petaway.
Nope.
Stick back good from Tristan Wilson.
Q's going to tell you that was a pass. You know that, right?
We'll let him have that.
That's what he needs to do in the film room tomorrow, I'll tell you that.
Last five from Tristan Wilson.
You know who would tell you it was a pass? That'd be, yes, sir, your partner here.
Petaway. Switching on. Taylor. Hop step.
Great contain there.
Banks, another long three-point attempt, gets it to roll down.
Beautiful looking shot there by Banks. Took advantage of an open window. Nice, beautiful form by Banks.
First field goal, KB, in over 6 minutes there from UNC Asheville.
Yep. Good job by PC, making some adjustments early. Getting out on shooters better.
Wonderful ball game here between the Bulldogs and the Blue Hose. Tristan Wilson, number 7, has the last 7 for PC.
I like how you did that. I really do.
Well, what can I say, KB? I get to learn from the best.
That's right, yeah.
Here inside at the Templeton Center.
Somebody in North Dakota, I'm sure.
One of the very best Big South matchups we've seen all year. Banks, whistle down low. And a foul called on Jalen Peterson. We'll see what the Bulldogs are able to do on the other side. They trail by 3. 18 fouls called on the Blue Hose thus far, 6 on UNC Asheville. The Bulldogs now in the bonus. Banks earns him a second one. Second year in the program, another Charlotte kid on this team, Josh Banks. Transferred from VCU.
Just what I was thinking.
KB, we were talking in the pregame before we came on. Mike Burrell has done such a great job of recruiting the Charlotte area. Jordan Marsh, another one of those kids who's from Charlotte.
Yep. Yeah, why wouldn't you? You know, it's a nice recruiting base, there's no question. Queen City's pretty good size these days, no doubt. A lot of athletes, a lot of good players.
Petaway. Played a lot here in the first half. Backdoor Jamahri, easy dime for 2 from Petaway to Harvey.
Beautiful basketball. Aggressive defensive team like Asheville and PC for that matter. Occasionally you're going to find a backdoor like that. Nice job.
Aby. Solomon. Taylor offensive board. Easy layup and the easy offensive rebound for Cameron Taylor.
Good job by Taylor following up the miss of his teammate.
Don't forget to stick around with us at the halftime break as we'll have the Jersey Mike's halftime report, as well as some highlights in our First Citizens Bank first half stats. And that'll be coming up at the halftime break on the Jersey Mike's halftime report. Q Petaway, he's going to have a lot of highlights in that halftime package. His third tray ball and a half.
Excellent job by Q Petaway. Had him a really nice game here early.
Q, his second game in double figures this season. He's up to 12 points this afternoon.
Keeping 2 in white in front of you is a task in and of itself. See how JP does.
Marsh uses his quickness to get downhill, but is called for a travel violation.
Yeah, the length of Peterson bothered him on that one. Made the bucket, but might have shuffled his feet a little bit. That's an elite athlete right there, friends. I mean, just the speed. It's hard to appreciate unless you're right here on the floor like we are. And, boy, it's impressive when you're this close. And he's a lefty, I told you.
Scott called for the offensive foul. Got a little physical down low with Jordan Marsh. Jordan Marsh might only be 5'10", but he is one of the most physical players you're going to see here in this conference.
Yeah, he uses that body big time, man. He's the explosiveness. And keep in mind now, 11 in black and 4 in black. As good on-the-ball defense as you're going to find in this league and a lot of leagues across the country. And he's not having many problems with it right now.
Whistle. Hold is going to be called on Tristan Wilson. Mike Morrell, he's been rather upset today. I think his frustration has really come with what's going to happen.
Gee, that's not like him.
Yeah, Quentin Farrell, as you just seen. More of a low-key kind of guy. He's had his moments today as well. Taylor's first free throw is good. Coach Morrell, let's give him some credit. He's been able to rein it back the past 2 years.
Tons of credit. Okay.
Obviously a wonderful coach.
I'll
been
take
able to
your
rein
word
it back.
for it.
Jalen Peterson now back in the ball game here for the Blue Hawks. Taylor a perfect 2 of 2.
Taylor a good-looking young prospect.
Josh Banks, fifth-year senior, back on. As you mentioned, Cameron Taylor. He's a true freshman.
Yep.
Another kid from Charlotte.
Yep, that's right.
And he won Big South Freshman of the Week back in December. So again, one of the brightest young stars here in the league. Going against 2 bright ones in Wilson, and Jalen Peterson could not catch it on the back end. Actually hit his head on the rim.
I think he may have. Just butterfingered the ball, but boy, he had a beautiful play set up, and he went to the rafters, hung out a minute or 2, and just couldn't corral the ball on the way down.
KB, I've been calling some basketball games for a little while now, about 5-6 years. First time I've ever seen somebody hit their head on the rim.
Yeah.
Jordan Marsh quickly down the other end, swatted by Caleb Scott. JP wants to run. 3-on-3. Kobe, hesitation.
Great defense in transition there.
Stolen.
A bad entry.
Marsh over the top of Jamahri Harvey.
Yep.
Nice rainbow from Jordan Marsh.
Marsh is a type of player that at his size, not a whole bunch bothers him around the bucket. He's going to find a way to get the ball up on the glass or lay it in, or if you're not careful, he'll dunk the ball on you. Can really get in the air, no question. Ooh,
offensive foul called on Jalen Peterson.
Great play by Avey. You know, really had an impact early on this game on the offensive end. Now he's paying dividends on the defensive end. Great job by 12 in white.
So now a run for Asheville right now. So they've been able to tie it back up here at 41 apiece.
King in for Peterson.
Hadn't seen Iverson in a while. He subbed out at about the 13-minute mark. Haven't seen him since. He'll come in and play the final minute, 17 and a half.
Thin as you are in the front court for Presbyterian, you got to preserve Peterson for the second half. Can't allow him to get another foul, and it's a good move by Coach Quentin Farrell.
Davis down low, beautiful bucket from Jamel Davis.
Yep. Good patience by Davis. Another thing about, I'll make that point right after this. Another thing about
shoot 2 free throws.
Another thing about Marsh is he doesn't allow himself to get in trouble on those double teams. You notice how quickly he makes that decision, gets rid of the basketball. Now, second half, maybe even the rest of the first half, you're going to see him split a double team a time or two, I believe, off the dribble. But he does a great job because a lot of little guys try to split the double too much off the dribble. And I've noticed early about him, he doesn't do that. He makes a wise decision to give up the ball early. And for one, you can trust his teammates because his teammates can play.
Iverson King can't get the first one to roll down. If there's been anything to critique about Iverson King's game this year, it's been at the free throw line, and he's still been pretty solid. They're shooting about 65%. He's just shooting so well from everywhere else. You can't critique him. 62% from the floor, 50% from outside. And able to get the second free throw to go.
Means he's wise beyond his years a little bit, taking good shots.
A 2-for-1 opportunity definitely here for the Bulldogs if they go quick. Marsh looking to settle into a set here at 40 seconds remaining in the half. Banks will know he'll pull it from anywhere. 3-2 zone for the Blue Hose. Oh, Toyez tears the roof off this joint. Wow.
One Sequoia to another.
Quickly into the front court. Timeout at 18 seconds. BC trails by 3. They're going to look to draw up something here. KB, I'm hearing Maryland
off, so you can be selective. You don't want to take something quick and hurried and give them another shot, but you don't want to go too far into it too. Try to get it to where, good job by Asheville making it. And now you want to be selective, but start your move no later than about 8 or 9 seconds, you know. You're going to have some time to be able to make a couple of passes out of this.
Iverson King drives baseline, falls down, tipped all around by a couple Bulldogs, as now the Blue Hose will have it inbounded under the hoop at 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, caught a break there, did the Blue Hose.
BC, they've had 4 turnovers in the last 3 minutes, also hadn't got a bucket in that stretch as well, trying to end the half with one. Into Q Petaway. Down low, Kobe wide open, two-handed jam. UNC Asheville not going to be able to inbound it before the horn. And KB, what a half of basketball. The Bulldogs lead the Blue Hose 45-44 as we hit.
Both of these teams are really lighting it up. I mean, you got to, you know, and both teams pressure early and they pressure in the backcourt, out on the perimeter, and so you're going to see more of that. But you know, sometimes let's see which teams can utilize switching, you know, when they need to, without getting, you know, too many disadvantages because of height or lack of. There goes the early. Good job by Harvey of covering that.
Deep into the shot clock, something Asheville does not like to do. 8 to shoot. Fletcher Abey, you like for him to shoot, and that's why.
Don't miss many, does he? Leading the conference in three-point field goal percentage. Abey's having a nice game, no question.
13 points now for Fletcher Abey. All 4 of his field goals made coming from outside the arc. Caleb Scott, foul. He and Toyaz Solomon, they put some highlights on tape today, and now Caleb Scott going to try to put some free throws together.
Yeah, good job by Solomon coming over here. Watch this. A little bit late. Solomon, you see what Coach Morrell's doing. We don't see it here on the screen, but he's telling Solomon if he would have gone straight up there, he probably wouldn't have gotten called for a foul. Probably wouldn't have fouled Scott. He bent his arms as Scott misses the first one. He bent his arms on the contest at the rim. If he goes straight up there, maybe makes him miss and doesn't pick up that foul.
Caleb's second free throw, no good as well. Again, Scott has really improved his shooting from the charity stripe. Earlier this year it was 29%. He's gotten it up almost to 50%, but right there not able to get even. Marsh showing off his speed.
Good job by Mitzi containing him there.
Fletcher Abey being harassed by Jamahri Harvey.
Absolutely.
Another long possession here for the Bulldogs. Greg Gant Jr. Banks got to put something up. Well short, and before Iverson King could grab it, shot clock violation. Yeah. Caleb Scott would have rather had the open lane down the floor.
Excellent defensive trip there by the Blue Hose, and not such a great offensive trip for Asheville. It's usually a combination of both, right?
Coach Farrell been having some conversations with the officials today. All civil, of course, from Coach Farrell.
Absolutely.
Kobe Stewart, Corey Mincy trying to break this extended zone. Mentioned Corey sat for most of the first half. First time we've seen that all year because of how good Q Petaway was playing. Corner pocket, Kobe. Offensive board from Iverson King.
Straight up, he had a bucket. All he had to do was turn to his other shoulder. Might have been a double. Not handled cleanly on the catch by Stewart.
Jamahri.
Wow. Maybe they knew that all along, huh? Harvey can really shoot the basketball. Great form. I've mentioned that 2 or 3 times now. I'm trying to make a point.
Well, I think the stats also help you make your point. 3 of 3 from outside for Jamahri Harvey today. Marsh. Quick speed, quick bucket.
He doesn't worry about his lack of size. He knows his legs will get him to that point with speed and explosiveness, and the timing's got to be there too. Just a nice bucket by a really good player.
Offensive foul called on Iverson King, a moving screen. KB, first time we've seen that call today.
Yeah, kind of tough to tell there. If ref said he wasn't set long enough, never really got set. That's kind of what he was saying there. Might have had a point.
A call that you usually see a lot more than that in the game today. Seen Ford landing call. Ford landing foul is only called. As Corey Mincy with some aggressive defense forces Marsh to lose it into the backcourt.
Rare mishandle by Mr. Marsh. It does happen, even to the best of them.
Mentioned Corey Mincy had to sit for most of that first half. Obviously out here in the second half, and still with that same defensive intensity he always has. Coach Q, Quentin Farrell, told me at the start of the year, he might be the best on-ball defender in this conference. Going to need that on-ball defense to be put on display here in the second half. Tipped right into the hands of Iverson King. One to shoot, and Iverson just didn't know what the shot clock was, and a shot clock violation.
A little better situation awareness. But the good resist by number 11 in white, Greg Gant Jr.
Caleb Scott, how about that? Yeah. Comes down the floor, gets the steal on the inbound.
Jamahri recovered by Abey.
And a foul called on Caleb Scott.
Wow. Tough call there if you're Presbyterian. So he pushed off a little bit on the catch, or right before the catch, actually.
Caleb's second foul. The only Blue Hose player with more than 2 is Tristan Wilson with 3. No Bulldog has more than 2. In double figures, Jamahri Harvey with 11, Q Petaway with 12. As just to finish that off, Fletcher Abey leads all players with 13, and Corey Mincy, he'll now pick up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, he's just frustrated that the refs aren't letting him get away with any physicality. Watch here. Yeah, they say he got up in him a little too much. Different refs call different levels of physicality. But Marsh still got his work cut out because Petaway comes in and he'll hawk him.
Banks down low. Solomon kisses it off the glass.
Great find by Banks and a good finish by Solomon as well. Impressive athletic specimen, no doubt.
Q Petaway, as you mentioned, back out there on the floor. Finding Kobe. Jalen Peterson offensive board. Stick back is good.
Good job.
Marsh in a full sprint back up the floor.
Got Gant an easy look, chose not to take it.
Greg, pump fake. Hits the back rim twice. Gant gets his own board and finds the 2.
Good job by Asheville staying around the bucket, making that happen. Tip here, a tip there, and you save the possession. Get yourself another look at the bucket. Asheville relentless on the offensive glass.
Harvey trying to free himself up. Jamahri down low. Oh, yeah! Jamahri Harvey off the top of the backboard, and one more coming at the charity stripe on the other side. PC cuts it back down to 354.
But, you know, it's like we talk about all the time. Coach Q, here in this system, is guard heavy, and he's got 4 guys who can score the ball. They all play very good defense. And you see Harvey, we talk about the form on his jump shot. He's a very capable scorer/shooter, and he's coming to the fore tonight in the absence or somewhat absence of Corey Mincy.
Jamahri able to convert that three-point play up to 14 points this afternoon. Leading scorer for the Blue Hose. Another alley-oop to Toya Solomon. This time not the slam, but the layup was still equal to.
Yeah, I'll cover that better if you're PC. Little breakdown there defensively.
Toya Solomon, though, to his credit, the senior's doing a great job of getting behind the Blue Hose defense.
Yep.
Kobe. Marsh getting out and running. Coach Mike Morrell telling them to get back down the floor. Marsh quickly up and quickly down. And one for the sophomore superstar Jordan Marsh.
You see the extension. You see the height he got on that delivery. I mean, watch this. He's 40 inches off the ground when he lets this ball go. Watch this. Explosion. And, yeah, and the contest was there, but his body contorted into Caleb Scott and put the onus on the official, and he got the call.
KB always loves to chat it up with the players. You know, they're right over here near our table there in the pregame. He asked Jordan Marsh is vertical. What did he tell you pregame?
Well, he didn't tell me. I asked. I said, what do you got, about a 45, 46? He just kind of smiled. So it probably depends on how much sleep he got the night before. You know, almost unlimited, you know.
Jordan now up in double figures with 12. Back up to a 7-point lead. The largest for Asheville today has been 10. Tristan Wilson also back in the ball game here for PC.
Asheville in the zone.
Wilson. Yes,
Big
sir.
I
Tristan Wilson in double figures with 10.
I like the fact that he doesn't hesitate. Doesn't care how young he is. I got an open look. I'm letting it go. Good job by Tristan Wilson.
Perfect from the field thus far is Mr. Wilson. 3 of 3. Marsh.
Wow. Kidding me.
How do you guard Jordan Marsh now?
They're doing an okay job. He's just making tough shots, you know. It's very good defense by Petaway. Marsh just made a very nice shot off the glass.
Carl Parrish also back in the ball game. Passes it to his high school teammate Darren Wilson. Tristan going to work on the block. Denied by Toya Solomon, but a whistle and a foul call.
Solomon with great help there. And I think the ref called that because he swung at him. Watch if Solomon goes up. Do it right here. If he doesn't swing and swat that and just blocks it, I think he, doesn't get called for a foul there. The fact that he swung, even though it might have been clean, he thought it was anyway. Obviously, tell by the look on his face. But Wilson coming in here and paying dividends now.
Tristan averages about 2 points a game. He's now up to 11, which ties his career high. Mass substitutions for both sides. Corey Mincy, Jalen Peterson now back on the floor. As in for Asheville, Jamel Davis and Cameron Taylor also back in the ball game.
Taylor and Davis.
5-point ball game here at the 13:45 mark in the second half. Both teams shooting lights out if you're just joining us, each at 59% on the day. Taylor.
Trying to get Gann on the low block there. He's
finding him against Mincy. Tristan Wilson still on the floor. Ball falls out. They never blow the whistle. Taylor goes up. Can't get it to fall. Ball still ping-ponging around. A whistle. And say Jalen Peterson was standing on the baseline.
Great job contesting that shot by Peterson to cause him to miss. Watch him go straight up here. Watch this. Ball's never called a jump ball, and rightly so. Asheville didn't have their hands on it.
And one! Josh Banks with the J, and he gets one more at the charity stripe.
Banks just proves over and over when they need a bucket, he's more than capable. Parrish there.
And that's another landing zone foul, KB. We've seen those be called on both sides, and to give credit to our officiating crew, they've done a good job of being consistent.
That's all you want.
Banks does convert the three-point play. Another Bulldog in double figures now. Mincy, full
nice
court
find.
pass. JP stops, pops, up and under, and an and one now for the Blue Hose.
Great find by Mincy and a great job underneath by Peterson of being patient. Watch this find. Gets it there. Instead of rushing it, knows he's going to get hit, spins it off the glass. Now that's a guy that usually finishes throwing it down, but utilized the length there. Didn't get much extension on the when he went to put the ball off the glass, but he knew he didn't have to. Mincy trying to save a possession, couldn't quite get it.
Great effort play, great assist though. Corey Mincy playing quarterback there in the backcourt. These two teams, 4 of their last 5 for PC, 5 of their last 6. I mean, just unreal shooting all afternoon for each side.
They get the switch they want. They try to get it to Solomon, guarded by Mincy. Wanted to get it to him on a low block, couldn't quite work that out.
Taylor, 5 to shoot. Taylor throws one up, didn't hit anything. Kobe gets to run it. Wilson puts it on his hip. Whistle, blocking foul called on Josh Banks.
Wow. Tough call if you're Asheville. I'd like to see that one again. Hard to get that call. Here we go. Watch this. Hard to get this. Yeah, he didn't stay down in his stance, Brett. To get that call, and for it really to be a charge, he'd have had to stay low in his stance and move his feet a little bit better. It was too high on the defensive stance and too close to the dribbler, to the penetrator, Tristan Wilson. Wilson really impacting this game from time to time here.
Now a new career high for Tristan as he makes that free throw with 12 points. Fletcher Abey, the three-point shooter. Everybody's been one today, but three-point specialist and
right.
Fletcher Abey back in the ball game.
Haven't heard much from Abey lately. He did have one.